Now, US President Donald Trump has declared victory. Trump said that he wants to go to the Supreme Court and has accused the Democrats of trying to steal the election. His statement comes as crucial battleground states continue to count votes. Trump has already declared that the Republicans are ready for a big celebration.
For the good of this nation, this is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation. We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list, okay? It's a very sad moment. To me, this is a very sad moment, and we will win this, and as far as I'm concerned, we already have one.
A North Korean man who crossed the heavily fortified border into South Korea was taken into custody on Wednesday, according to the South's military. The man was first spotted crossing the barbed wire fence at around 7:30 p.m. Tuesday night, according to local media, and was then found about 10 a.m. the next morning on the eastern side of the demilitarized zone that divides the Koreas. That's according to the South's Joint Chiefs of Staff, who said in a statement that an investigation is being planned. It comes as South Korea resumed tours to the southern part of the demilitarized zone on Wednesday, after the tours were put on pause in October last year after an outbreak of the deadly African swine fever in the north.
A teenager has been charged over a bomb hoax that saw hundreds of students forced from their classrooms. North Sydney Boys High School was evacuated last week after threats were allegedly made, sparking a major police operation.
A student spits on police moments after his arrest. More disrespect after the North Sydney Boys High School student allegedly threatened to let off a bomb while classmates were sitting their HSC exams. Police allege the boy made a threatening phone call and sent several emails.
Police wish to remind everyone, and especially the community, that threats of this nature are a serious criminal offence.
The teenager accused of threatening violence after 30 other schools across Sydney and regional New South Wales were evacuated following email threats thought to have originated from overseas last week.
The second wave of COVID has finally hit, and England has once again been ordered to stay home. Now, in the build-up to Thursday's lockdown, a second wave of queues has hit supermarkets, with some pretty panicked shoppers. Just 7 months ago, when the first lockdown was announced, shoppers scavenged for toilet paper and pasta, fearing it could be their last chance to buy, with empty shelves more a result of panic than genuine stock shortages. Even perishable goods sold out, which led to tons simply being thrown in the bin. While store bosses have assured the public they can shop as normal, that hasn't stopped queues like this. Supermarkets have said that there is plenty to go around, as long as shoppers don't bulk buy. While some have learned their lesson from the first wave, others hit the shops hard.
Minutes after submitting his nomination papers to run for president, this is what police did to Bobi Wine's car. His party officials streamed this video live on social media. He was dragged out, bundled into a police van and driven off. Just moments before, the pop star turned opposition politician had completed the nomination process in Uganda's capital, Kampala. He wants to challenge President Yoweri Museveni, who's been in office for 34 years.
We have not witnessed a peaceful transfer of power from one leader to another since our country became independent in 1962. Like Idi Amin, Museveni declared himself president for life in our country, Uganda.
Pillaged and took over the whole damn world.
Relax! Oh my God! You are impeding our march! You are impeding our march!
Ethiopia has sent the army into its Tigray region, where it has also declared a 6-month state of emergency after Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed accused the regional government of attacking national troops. The operations that started on Wednesday are a major escalation of tensions between Abiy and Tigray. It accounts for just 5% of the population, but is wealthier and more influential than other regions. That's because Tigrayans have dominated Ethiopian politics since guerrilla fighters ousted a Marxist dictator in 1991. But their clout has diminished since Abiy came to power. In September, Tigray held regional elections in defiance of Abiy, a vote that the federal government called illegal. That rift has deepened in recent days, with both sides accusing the other of plotting a military conflict.
Now, 7 people on Monday were killed in Guguletu. Preliminary reports indicated 3 women and 4 men were gunned down by unknown group in the township.
Of course, this is the 3rd mass shooting that we've seen here on the Cape Flats in the last 6 weeks or so. The first was in Khayelitsha, where 6 people were gunned down. 10 people in total were shot there and 4 were injured. And then after that there was Jersualem, where 5 people were gunned down. And now this, where 7 people have been killed. We arrived a little while ago on the scene here, and family members are inside the house, obviously very, very distraught. They're having the terrible task of now cleaning the scene of where relatives and friends were gunned down, and they promptly closed the gates to the garage where they were busy cleaning up there.
We plan to deepen the cooperation between Israel and Malawi on many issues and in the fields of agriculture, education, innovation, health, fighting terror. In fact, anything that we find is mutually benefit for both countries. We will share our knowledge and our experience to help Malawi build a better future for the next generation. We spoke also about the threat posed by Iran and its proxies. I explained the importance of encountering sanctions on Iran as a way to change their aggressive policy and Malayan activity in the region. The Ayatollah in Tehran must stop their military nuclear program and stop supporting terrorism.
This is traditionally a very quiet neighborhood here around Wigwam and Stephanie. Basically what we know, what police have told us in a briefing just a short time ago, is that there were shots fired. Police came to this location around Stephanie again and Wigwam. They found 2 people down, at which point they then approached a suspect, tried to engage the suspect, at which point shots were fired again. And that is the situation. Last word, we have 4 people confirmed dead. One of those was involved in an operation that involves shooting, and that's the latest information. Again, this is a very fluid situation. This area is to be avoided right now because of the traffic and the investigation, which is continuing.